Hi everyone, here is another 4NCL game now. This is the round 10 game, and this one actually a 4NCL match. It was a graded friendly between me as black, so we'll flip the board, against Paul Bridges, who is 1857 ELO and 154 ECF. So I was the underdog here. But anyway, let's have a look at this game. There's some interesting stuff in it. Hopefully you'll take some away from it, because in the last few vids, the only thing you've probably took away is, well, laughing a lot. So back to serious business now. He was white and opened with e4. Oh, and by the way, 4NCL games are 2 hours each for 40 moves, an hour for next 20, and then another 30 for rest at game, but they took 20 minutes off both of us because of a late start. So there's some really nasty time pressure, especially for me from about move 30 onwards. So the moves probably won't be that good. C6 to caro-kann. Yes, I can play more than one opening against d4. d4, d5, and e5, which is popular now at Grandmaster level. It's good for some quick kills. With some very sharp systems as well. And black can play the favourite of Keith Arkle with c5 or bishop f5. This is a bit like the advanced French, but the difference is that black's light square bishop gets developed outside the pawn chain, but the only problem is that when black undermines the centre with c5, then he's already played c6, so you remove behind. At knight f3, e6, and bishop d3, which I was very happy to see. The short system with bishop e2 is much stronger. The thing is that black's trading the bad bishop for white's good bishop, and the only thing white gets in return is quick development for the queen. Knight d7, castles, c5, undermining the centre, c3, supporting the centre, queen b6, adding more pressure, b3, and takes, c takes. So now white's got the c3 square for the knight, but some of the central tension's been clarified. And f6, which is a bit risky, because I get a backward pawn on e6, and unlike in the French, there's no like bishop to protect e6, so it's much harder to defend. Also, I'm behind in development. Bishop f4, adding more protection to e5, because that pawn's like cramping me. Knight e7, knight c3, e takes f6 is good as well. Knight g6, hitting the bishop, bishop g3, bishop e7, knight e2. I think this move is a bit slow. Rook c8. Interesting here was f takes, d takes, castles, knight e d4. This has been one of white's ideas. Now bishop c5, with a good game for black and probably equal chances here. But instead I went rook c8, taking the open file. Knight f4. That knight's strong, so I took it off. Takes, bishop takes, castles finally, and rook fc1, challenging the open file again. Here I went wrong here. I've got a good position here with black pieces out of the opening. I should have gone bishop a3 here, adding more pressure to the c file by attacking the white rook. Instead I went f takes e5, and after all the exchanges that follow, white's bishop is now very strong. But I do have some counterplay on the c file, which I take advantage of with queen c6. I'm actually I'm planning here is queen c1 check. So after takes, rook takes, queen f1, rook takes, king takes, the endgame is practically a dead draw. So white plays g3 to make an escape route for the king. Bishop d6. I think queen c2 is best here. If white takes the queens off, then I get a rook on the 7th, which is very strong. But then, if white keeps the queens on, which he probably would do, there is some strong pressure along the centre rank, and black should have enough counterplay here. But instead, after bishop d6, rook e1 takes, rook takes, and now I went queen c1 check, a bit past to see check this, because I've got to go back to a6 after the white king moves, and now the queen's decentralised. And the problem in this position is I've given up now the c file control, and e6 is just weak and my king's quite open, so white should be better here. Queen e2, adding more pressure, king f7, queen b5, good move, planning to infiltrate, well, threatening to play queen d7 check, winning the black rook on c8, and also hitting b7, forcing the passive rook c7. And now queen e2, but rook e3 is strong here, threatening rook f3 check. Queen g6, h4, and now I made an absolute terrible move here with rook c2. And if you take a look at this position, find the winning move for white that he actually missed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. h5 just wins, because the thing is that my queen can't defend the rook, so I have to take, if I take white's queen, then my queen goes with check, and then I lose my rook next turn. So I'm losing a rook here, and I'd have to resign here. But my opponent missed it, and we actually rook c7, queen e2. We was both in time pressure, and I had like 2 minutes for 10 moves. He had about 5 to 10 minutes. So we repeated, and he missed it again. Unbelievable. And we didn't even see it in post-mortem either. So rook c7, and now he deviates with rook e2. I mean, I'd have repeated again because I'd like a draw from this position. I've got a bad move here. a6. Again, another time pressure move. I'm attacking the queen, trying to get some time on the clock, but I'm weakening b6 badly. Now queen v6. And now there's multiple pressure exerted on my position. Rook e7, just trying to hang on. Queen d6, queen d3. I should all really bad moves there, so he's got no time to think. But now queen e5, he makes a mistake in time pressure. Rook e3 is best here. For example, it takes, check, king e8, check, king b7, queen takes b7, and I am routed. But anyway, queen f5 I played. Takes. This should be winning, but queen d6 is stronger. Takes, and now rook e5. And with just seconds on the clock and my electronic flag hanging, I saw that he's attacking both my pawns. The only way to defend is to take the rooks off. But there's a clear principle that you should not swap into a king and pawn endgame unless you're absolutely sure. And although I'd be a pawn down in the rook and pawn ending, there'd be drawing chances. For example, I should give up a pawn with something like maybe g6, takes, then rook c7, and black's got definite drawing chances here with some good counterplay down the c file, and white would have to play accurately to win this. But instead, with no my electronic flag hanging, I takes, king e6, and of course, because I had no time, I missed f4, and now white's got a protected pass pawn. g6, king f3, and on last move at time control, I played b5. d4 puts up more resistance, and white has to play accurately to win. The winning method is d4, king e2, king d5, king d3, and now I've got to waste moves, so a5, a3, b6, b4, takes, h6. The problem is that white can triangulate to get the desired position, so I get zugzwanged. King d2, king c6, king c2, king d5, king b3, b5, king c2, king e6, king d2, king d5, king d3, g5, trying to desperately get under my e5, but now white plays h5, g4, and now king e2, king c6, king d2, king d5, king d3. Now white's triangulated now to lose the move, and now I'm zugzwanged. I have to move the king back, and then king takes d4 and white wins. But that's quite a complicated method, that, but my opponent would have seen it, I think. But I made it easy with b5, and now king e3, king d7, king d4, king e6, and b4. And I resign because I'm just going to run out of moves. Like, say I play h5, then he plays a3, and I'm in zugzwang, and any king move loses the e5 pawn, d5 pawn, and then white will just queen e pawn. I'll win all my queenside pawns. But I think I played well here, so I resigned. But I think I played well here. I had a good position at the start, and then although I didn't have a right good position, I made some really bad like time pressure mistakes, which lost me the game. Like swapping off into king and pawn endgame was bad. But there's plenty of positives to take from this game, and this was needed because it came just after the Hilton Gambit loss, which you saw a couple of videos ago. Also, the game directly after this was that really quick win in 24 moves where I played the caro-kann anti-Grunfeld. But I was happy with this game afterwards, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. And please leave any comments and thoughts, and see you on YouTube. Thanks very much.